Hi, this is Hank reporting from Kyiv, and this is my update on Russian-Ukrainian war. Let's see what happened around Ukraine in the last 24 hours. In today's news, Putin's fifth term, Zelensky's assassination prevented, Ukraine examines parts of North Korean missiles, Stephen King calls for a battle royale, ATACMS rockets eliminated Russian colonel in Crimea. Today, Vladimir Putin started his fifth presidential term, so this person is ruling Russia for 24 years now. I wish I wouldn't even have to think about it because it's a foreign country, not my own, but for a reason I have to deal with it because he's really trying to kill me and take my land for his imperial desires. Just think about it. In 2004, Putin said, this is a quote, if you spend 7 years as a president, you can go crazy. And 18 years later, in summer of 2022, a person in Russia was detained with a banner with this exact quote of Putin. Yeah, freedom of speech, Russian edition. If you saw Putin's previous inaugural parties, you must have noticed that the world's top leaders always came to greet him in person, like it was such a big fight for the place of Master Putin of the country. Yeah, that joke about the doubles. Uh, so in the year 2024, Putin raised the bar and now he is dancing with the representatives of Hungary, Slovakia, Malta, Cyprus, Greece, and somehow France. I want to remind you that he has an open international warrant for his arrest, and we all hope that he will be arrested sometime soon. So, it is sad that Russian population can't link their poor living conditions with the rule of Putin and his damn war. Just imagine how good you could live if you spend those billions of dollars on schools, on medicine, on infrastructure, not rockets to destroy our schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. I wonder, do they even think of the consequences of their actions? The Security Service of Ukraine arrested two colonels who worked with the Russian FSB. It is said that they planned the assassination of President Zelensky, the head of the intelligence Budanov, and the head of security service Maluk. The plan was to strike the place where Zelensky would be filming his daily video with the ballistic missile, and then a hitman close to this place would hit the crowd of people with FPV drone, and then Russians would strike again with another rocket. Um, this is their tactics proven in different parts of Ukraine, where they hit a crowded place and then hit it again when the rescuers and medics arrive. Uh, I call this absolutely inhuman, and the whole civilized world sees the rules of war as limits, and Russians see these rules as opportunities to find a weak spot. Uh, just imagine how different we really are. The two colonels get arrested, their plans were revealed to the public, and thankfully no one was hurt. These people will most likely receive a life sentence, or maybe they will go to a prisoner exchange program and we will trade them for our defenders. I really hope so. Ukraine examines parts of North Korean missiles used by Russians in their attacks on Ukrainian territories last winter. It is said that Ukrainian prosecutors checked parts of the 21 of missiles, and it is said that nearly half of them had no function and exploded somewhere in the air before reaching the targets. I wonder how much more time do the civilized countries need to take some action, some real action. I mean, everyone knows that Russia, Belarus, Iran, and Northern Korea are violating countless international laws, but not so many people really want to talk about it, and even less people do something. I'd like to say that those people who think that this war only influences Ukraine and Russia should take a wider look at the situation. Since Russia started the full-scale invasion, the whole world became a mess. The dictators now see that they can really get away with pretty much any violation, and the world leaders won't do anything about it. As a Ukrainian person coming from Mariupol city, I want to say that we will all suffer from what we tolerate, sooner or later. I used to tolerate a lot, and now, after looking back, I wish I wouldn't. Maybe I'll film a separate video on this topic later. Stephen King, the master of horror, made a proposition to settle the near future of humankind in a royal battle between Zelensky and Putin. As the genius wrote, I think Putin and Zelensky ought to stop killing people and settle their differences mano a mano on a pay-per-view. I'd love to see Mr. Z kick Putin's ass. I'll be honest, I can support people's will to make a show out of a tragedy, but if this could really happen, my money goes on Zelensky. Even if Putin had like 4 arms with knives. An entire colonel of an anti-aircraft missile regiment was eliminated in Russia using ATACMS missiles on the 30th of April. Well, Russians write that he showed courage and heroism in defending his homeland. This is what they call a genocide and a seizure of a neighboring country on a scale that the world has not seen since the World War II. Just take a look at this brave face on the picture. I beg you to call your congressman and ask them to give us the opportunity to dispose all of your old dusty ATACMS rockets on Russians. Isn't this a win-win situation actually? Well, that's it. This was my news update from Ukraine for the day number 804 of the full-scale Russian invasion. This was my first ever video and I hope that you will like it. Thank you everyone who supports our fight for freedom. Take care.